courteous, aren't you?
Mirage!
Mine! Mega Ray!
Mirage!
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm gone.
Mirage!
Searing flame! Reload! Look here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it! This one!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
Gotta break through!
Get behind me!
No further!
Gemini Look sharp!
I'll thank you!
Look sharp! There!
Sword Rain Alpha!
If they rush you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Do it!
Shield!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A comfortable win.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danins in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danins in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! You're on!
Far enough! I'm only getting it more!
Negative gate!
I'm gone!
Armor won't save you!
Everyone beats my special.
This time! You're on! Got fire!
I've got it!
Eat
Let
sir.
marksman handle it!
All yours!
Where are you going?
On your
I'm gone!
Make it ready! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
On your...
Not by a long shot.
Sword Lane Alpha!
blade.
Pressure!
Healing circle!
You're on! Sword Lane Alpha!
I'm grateful.
This one's
You're helping me
mine.
become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Knowing! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Fade into everlasting
This one's
dark.
mine.
You're on!
Negative gate.
Sword Lane Alpha!
Resonate with the earth.
Stalagmite!
Make it rain.
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We can really make weapons with this?
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart! When he slows down, that's our chance!
Leave the agile one.
Here we go.
There are options.
Make it to the fray. Mega ray.
Destruction! Sword Lane Alpha!
Do you require a head?
I'm gone.
Negative gate!
Prepare to be seized by fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps pound is more appropriate.
Less talking and more doing.
Stalagmite! Take this!
Searing flame!
Do you require a head?
You're on! Sword Lane Alpha!
This one's
Sword
mine.
Lane Alpha! Can't get out of this!
Tiger blade.
Radiant?
Your options.
Here's the raw.
You're on! No further! Destruction!
Flame of fury!
Crush!
Burning strike!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Resonate with the earth. The art of being interrupted. Your options.
No further!
Here I go.
Can you take it?
You're on! Sword Lane Alpha!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it.
Magnificently done.
Tiger blade.
Sword Lane
Can you
Alpha!
take it? Take this!
I'm gone.
The everlasting gum!
Going in. One more. Tiger
Sword
blade.
Lane Alpha!
Anything in order. Do it.
All mine!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Got Some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
We're still standing. Barely.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
I'll take you all on!
This one's mine.
No further!
This one's mine.
Not today!
I'm not so good with airborne targets. Don't mind if I do.
Nothing gets by me.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you truly.
What's in the sky is mine.
Mirage!
Hear me!
Soaring Alpha!
I never miss. Going in.
Flaming meteor.
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Soaring
Do
Alpha!
it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Begin!
Not by a lot.
Soaring Alpha! Begin!
Tiger blade.
Mirage!
This one's mine.
Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more
Tiger
pummeling.
blade. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolisher.
Step back! This one's all law!
An opponent like this should be easy. Hurricane Thrust! Mirage!
Armor one save you. Flaming meteor.
This one's all mine! I shall ensure you
Never
survive
to
this!
do the odds.
Not today!
Will this help?
Flying freaks! Why can't they take it?
No further! Fiona, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. That's my cue.
Shut him down! Attention, performance!
Go, Helene. This one's got your name on it.
A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Far enough.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Radiant, here.
Look sharp.
Elusive deity!
Look sharp.
Arch Tiger Blade.
Elusive deity! Sword Rain Alpha!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Mirage!
I'm out.
Not today!
Tiger Blade.
Sword Rain Alpha! Doubling! In an instant! Impact Block!
On your knees. Take this.
Can't get out of this!
Tiger Blade. Into the shadows.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Beckon into everlasting
This one's the eye.
Here's the
Mirage!
with the
Sword Rain Alpha!
stalagmite.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
I won't forgive you!
Hurrah!
Not in your dreams! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of terror! Put them all! Glacier spear! Piercing Freeze Lancer! This one's mine! Leave the enemy arcs to me! Piercing
No complaints here!
Freeze Lancer!
Lunarongo!
Denied!
I'll face you!
Mega Ray!
This one's right here! I got you!
Tiger Blade! You're mine! Mega Ray! Here goes! By the power of water! Mega
Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
This one's mine! This one's mine!
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Yeah! Nice technique!
Going in!
That's it!
Sword Rain!
Tiger Blade!
I can feel my precision improving.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
This one's all mine!
This one's mine! Burning!
Sword Rain Alpha! Burn!
One more! Tiger
Sword Rain Alpha! Light Burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Get behind me! This one's mine! I'm gone! I never miss! That's it! Tiger Blade! Ready! Glacier Spear! Piercing
Sword Rain Alpha!
One more! Freeze Lancer!
Flat!
Not in your dreams! Do it! I'm
Shield!
gone! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Far enough! Thank you for that.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Let's get back into it.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I've still got a ways to go!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
You're on!
Ready and ready! One more! I can carve through armor!
Tiger Here's a healing arm! It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Can't get out of this!
Tiger Blade! I'm ready!
Look sharp!
One more! Tiger Blade! This one's mine!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
I'll face you! You're on! Sword Rain Alpha! Sword Rain Alpha!
Caring to me. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare to Malika!
Will this
Flaming meteor!
Ready! Look not in your dreams!
Burn it!
Tiger Blade! I owe you one for that. Make it break! Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it? Not by a long shot. Take this! Ready to go! Far enough! Burning strike!
Take no further!
This one's mine!
I'll thank you! I can carve through armor! Elusive deity! Hitting pile driver! On your
Annihilation! Take this! Tiger blade!
Sword Blade Alpha! Slash!
Do it!
Blade!
Shion! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
So I still had room to grow.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
No choice! Mirage!
Mega Ray! This one's mine! Mega Ray!
You picked the wrong fight! Resonate with the Sword Blade Alpha!
Here goes! Here's a heal. This one's mine! This one's... Do it! Shion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
We're ready!
I'll bring you back
Resonate
from
with the
dead.
earth!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Look shot!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Not in your dreams!
This one's mine!
Freeze lesser!
One's all mine! We won.
Sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Coming through! Everlasting dark! Burn in hell! Negative pain! No further!
Tiger blade!
Okay, here I go!
This one's mine!
Elusive
This
deity!
one's mine! Go in!
Hitting pile driver!
in.
Mirage!
I'm
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Mirage!
I'm only
Sword Blade
getting
Alpha! Swallow Blade! Slash! I'm ready!
Mirage! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Excited! One more!
On
I'm
your
all thumbed up!
This one's mine!
Annihilation!
Sword Blade Alpha!
Tiger blade!
Do it! Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Any chance we could make the next time a little bit warmer?
Does it look like it comes with a thermostat?
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Not today!
I'm only getting
Stay
started.
calm.
Far enough.
I shall provide assistance.
Now you see what I can do!
Hard steel.
Sword Ring
Get
Alpha!
away. Not in your dreams. This one's mine.
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Sword Ring Alpha!
I never miss. This one's mine.
Sword Ring Alpha! I have no limits! Mirage!
Resonate where we are.
Sword Ring Alpha! You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning. Downfall.
Sword Ring Alpha! My turn!
Here, let me help.
Look sharp! Escape!
Look sharp!
Strike!
Fury. Burning.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Can't get out of
Here's
this!
I'm gone. Do it. One more.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Guess I missed.
I'll do my best!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Save you. Burning strike. Glacial spear. Here's the not on my watch.
You picked the wrong fight!
Rotating pile
Sword Ring Alpha!
I'm gone! Far enough!
Going in.
Rotating pile
Sword Blade!
Flare. Let the marksman handle this.
Not so fast!
This one's mine. Tiger blade. I never miss.
Rotating pile
Do it.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Mirage! Sword Ring Alpha!
Glacial
We
spear.
did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart.
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while.
You wanna play? Then come at me!
Anything in order is all mine.
Going in.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Tiger blade. Annihilation.
No further!
I'm hurt bad.
I'll heal you all. Healing circle.
Appreciate the help.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
It's in the sky. Confiscated.
Now you see what I can do.
Resonate with you. This one's mine. Tiger blade.
Mirage!
Here, let me help.
Sword Ring Alpha!
First aid. Make it break. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
More of this will help burn out.
Sword Ring Alpha! Mirage!
Tiger blade. Gemini Aqua.
Mirage! Sword Ring Alpha!
Tiger blade. Make it break. This one's got your name on it. Hear me, flame of fury.
Take it all down.
Strike.
Ignite!
Glacial spear.
Sword Ring Alpha! Sword Ring Alpha!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Sword Blade!
Tiger blade.
Take this!
All right. Now where was I?
Sword Ring Alpha!
I'm ready!
Megaray. Astral energy.
Say no more! I've still got a ways to go! Eat if you know what's good for you. Negative gate. On your way.
Go ahead. One more. Burning. Glacial spear. Here for you.
Flying free.
Take it ready. What can be tested? Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Denied. Not by a long shot.
Elusive deity. Sword Rain Alpha. Swallow blade.
Glacial
ready.
spear. Fierce astral energy.
Say no more.
Here I go. This one's mine. Where are you going?
Sword Rain Alpha.
I feel sprightlier than before.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
That's far enough.
Sword Rain Alpha. One more. Swallow blade.
Tiger blade. Hear me. Flame of Karen. Burning strike. Tiger blade.
Ignite.
Pesky airborne
You want
scoundrels.
me? Sounds like a job for yours truly. Going in. Tiger blade. Do it.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it.
Yeah. Nice technique. I'm out. Heart sealed. Do it. On guard. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Any chance we could make the next time a little bit warmer?
Does it look like it comes with a thermostat?
Let's see what you've got. Take this!
You're mine. Look sharp.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here I go.
Tempest!
I'm pouring up.
I shall ensure you survive this. This one's all mine. Foundation light. You got fire.
I got this. Let a marksman handle
Sword
it.
Rain Alpha! All yours. Flash! Swallow blade! Flash!
Here's a healing art.
Going in. I don't have much left. Their hearts were interrupted.
Mega ray. I'm ready.
Tempest!
Not infantry.
This one's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha! Rising Falcon! Destruction! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah, nice technique.
Where are you going? Tiger
I'm
blade.
ready! Sword Rain Alpha!
My exploits are bearing fruit. How long has it been since I last went this hungry?
Glacial spear. Arc sealed. Going in. Flaming meteor.
attack. I'll trip it up.
Spirit Flame! Reload! Not on my watch!
Elusive deity!
Do it! Tiger Flame!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
This death shield you're helping me has become a pattern.
Behold! The Earth pulse! Tectonic fission!
Was my mystic art to your liking?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Tiger Blade!
Not today!
Reload! Tiger Blade!
Handle it.
Resonate with the earth!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
This one's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and finally to me.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Take this! Sword Ring Alpha! Can't get out of this!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
This one's all mine! Ignite!
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination. So the best.
One more!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. The design of this... equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Hey, what do you say we fight that?
We're in for a long slog with this one.
I never miss! This one's mine!
Armor won't save you!
Tiger Blade!
Swallow Blade!
You want to play? Come at me! Going in.
Sword Ring Alpha!
Tiger Blade!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Burning
Down! You're all
Tiger Blade! I'll heal you all!
Lunar Rondo!
Healing Circle!
Glacial Steel.
Here's evil!
Ignite! Now, let me in!
Not so fast. Far enough.
Take this!
Glacial
Art
Spear.
Seal! Here's evil!
I'm ready!
Dueling! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Anything normal is all mine! Confiscated!
Sword Ring Alpha! I'm ready!
Red one! Astral energy! Full throttle!
I still got a ways to go!
Guess I misread the landing. Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Thank you,
stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Fretting over Saar, yeah. What? The hell are you? Hello? And what do you want?
Been looking for you.
Why?
Me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
By the power of water, look sharp.
Resonate with the earth.
Radiant is on guard. That's it.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
I'm all stocked up. Annihilation. Radiant
A new melody.
one more. Tiger blade.
Eat this! It's wide open!
Won't escape me.
Tiger blade in your dreams.
Sword rain out!
Resonate with the earth.
I can handle it. Tiger blade.
Take this.
Far enough.
I'm grateful for
Spirit blade. Reload.
Can't get out of this.
Time to shine.
Sword rain alpha!
Take
Spirit
this.
blade. Reload. Here's a healing art. First aid.
Their arts were interrupted.
Ready and one's mine.
Here, let me help.
Sword rain
First
alpha!
aid.
Take this.
Everlasting darkness.
Here,
Negative gate.
on your knees. Here, let me help. First aid. Here goes.
Fall.
Here, flame of fury. Front.
You picked the wrong fight!
Show me your
Need its weak point to
Take it down.
All together, everyone.
Okay.
Is that all that you've got?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very well. Then die.
Whoa! Did you get him on the eye?
A wretch like you? Till next time.
What in the actual fuck just happened?
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
Okay?
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
Sure.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
What was that?
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Everybody's trying
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed.
Yeah, what was
It
that?
seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
a light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just... That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I'll clear the way through. I've got your back.
Ready? Here!
Try harder!
Back into the fray! Mega ray! Don't mind if I do!
Can you take it? Sword Rain Alpha!
Here's a healing arc!
What? They just sit still! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Far enough! Leave the enemy's arc to me! Going in!
No complaints here! Vine!
Going in! Gemini Aqua!
Mirage! Light! Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
Thanks for the concern.
People repaying for a favor of...
I don't grant favors, and I don't accept them either.
Burn it! Thank you!
Here's the evil!
Mirage! Sword Rain Alpha! One more!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Take them apart to your heart's control.
Sword Rain Alpha! On guard!
Glacier Spear! Here's the evil!
Tiger Blade! Mirage! Can you take it? Sword Rain Alpha!
With the mark!
On your Sword Blade! I'm ready!
Mine!
Mirage!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
What's that big tower over there?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? Want something to munch on, Hoodle?
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
She's our mom now. Yes. Yes. Where is the... Yeah, carry space is what I want. Yeah. Very well.
Good food is the best kind of magic.
All Saar are totally... I want to talk to Saar.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Guess I misread the landing.
I didn't want to fight those guys.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah. This doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danons and Renins, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danons rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renins here, there should still be some people around.
This debris... Do you think it could be the work of Renin astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renins can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renins like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renins!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Wow. Holy jeez. Can I stay at your house so I can have a pillow?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
Who are you? Identify yourself.
They have us surrounded.
Where are they?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
Yeah.
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Bayfon, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and the little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Okay. Well, that happened.
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renins as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renins. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danins we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renins here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renins out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danins here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renins just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danins with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves, and outright forbade the ownership of instruments, is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Mm-hmm. Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey! Maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
Hmm? Right.
Excuse me!
Well... Really?
Good.
What the? Seriously?
All right.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
You okay?
Yeah!
Okay.
Huh?
Here we go!
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I know.
Hello.
Huh.
Huh?
Kisara.
Right!
try to get some of these sub-quests done, and then go to the Mahag Saar ruins.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Look sharp! Slice! That's it!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Always good to be back in familiar territory. Oh! I guess.
All right.
How's this?
Oh.
How's this?
Wow. Thanks. I was wondering why she'd gone quiet. She's still eating.
voice. Somebody's asking for help. Oh? Yeah. Yeah. Why?
What?
Yeah. Got it. Great. I hate that woman.
She was a handful, wasn't she?
What's wrong with being passionate? Not to mention, she was kind of cute.
Of course that's why you like her. Well... yeah. I don't think I'll ever quite warm up to her, but I can respect her passion for books. You've got a good sense for people, don't you, Dohalim?
You honor me with your kind words.
That can't be! No!
Oh, wow!
Hey!
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
Oh?
Why?
Whoa!
Watch it! Hey!
Oh yeah, let's put the outfit. Kill the outfit. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. Now you don't have to hear Rimbal's in. This is empty house!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Okay, are we getting something? Silver six-lever armor. Relative to the armor worn by Story Diamond Hero, the yellow cloth draped over the silver armor is proof of the wearer's valor. Copper six-lever armor. The armor worn by... Okay. Copper armor is crimson cloth thirst for the blood of the giver very active times. Red black wolf vest. Small black red outfit designed for martial arts practitioners with an accompanying wolf head that gleams with a black luster. Green wolf vest. An outfit designed for martial arts practitioners with a concrete cube shooting against the wearer in the air of a free master. Slider without laws trademark wolf head. Fierce farmer lifeless compares wolfless vest. Okay. Well. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, that all sucks. Why did we do that? Oh, great. This is good shit. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Okay. We need that. There's still a highway now. We have to see what we can do. Realms is like, we have one, two, well, two technically. Places in Lucia and then the S. So let's see if we can get there first. Alright, first one is here. That.
We should be able to cook here. Let's see. I've cooked, cleaned, and sewn. I think that's everything for today.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danon hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hoodle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hoodle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
Not yet, anyway. Yes. No. Sleep.
Make sure to get some good rest. Well, off we go.
It's gigantic.
I'd say we're about evenly matched. Discourteous, aren't you?
Not today!
Look sharp!
Carve through armor!
Not on my watch!
Get on the way! Aim for the weak spot!
Leave the target to me!
Flaming meteor!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Going in! That's it! Annihilation!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Ignite!
Going in!
Look sharp! Take
Sword
this!
Rain Alpha!
Tiger blade!
Elusive deity!
Piercing power!
This one's mine! Where are you going?
Engine armor is all on!
Tiger blade!
Now you see what I can do!
Lightning! Downfall! I'll heal you all!
Tiger blade!
Okay,
Here I go! One more!
Tiger blade!
To stop you dying?
Here's a healing arc! First activating!
Alright! Now where was I?
Excited! It's home! Back into the
Mirage!
Tiger
Luna
blade!
Rondo!
Does it hurt? Look sharp!
This one's all mine! Not today!
Appreciate the help. And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the
Head
front line!
spinning, just no sooner said than done.
This one's mine! Tree Blazer!
I can carve through. Knock it into next week.
Going in!
Sword Rain Alpha!
That's it. Tiger blade. In a bind.
One more! Back into the fray!
Look sharp.
Searing flame! Searing
Benediction
tempest!
light.
And that's my will! Going in!
We're
And
looking
the
back.
sky is mine!
Tiger blade.
Where are you going? Arc field!
Benediction
Not on my watch! Glacial spear! Here's you!
Burn in hell!
He who
This
prepares
one's
is free from
mine.
regret.
On guard. One more.
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Look sharp.
Tree Blazer!
Shattering blade. Pieces. Attack us. Now you see what I can do.
Hear me! Flame of
Time to
fury!
touch.
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Luna
Tree
Rondo!
Blazer!
I owe you one for that. Take this.
Luna Rondo!
This one's mine. Tiger blade. Here, let me handle it. Denied. Appreciate the help.
I'll thank you.
Look sharp.
Mirage!
Take this. Tiger blade.
Luna Rondo!
It looks like we made a
Get out of
mess.
this!
Look sharp.
Fluidity of the movement is simply incredible.
Not today! I'll thank you.
Arc field! One more!
I
Mega
can
ray!
carve through armor.
Gonna
All
attack!
field! Right! Watch out!
Hitting fire! Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back. This one's mine.
Piercing roar.
Will this
I
help?
owe you one.
Where are you going?
That's better.
I'll bring you back from death. to bits. Let me help.
No rest for the wicked.
Any more, they can all burn out.
Take this!
Now I can let them
One more! Tiger Blade! Ready! There! Got not in your dreams! This one's mine!
Such unadulterated fury.
Flaming meteor!
Wits about you people!
I didn't think you had it in you.
Focus. There'll be time to congratulate me later.
Nothing much I can say to that. I hope this medicine works.
Ignite!
I'm gone!
Out of the woods,
Where are
it
you
seems.
going? Tiger Blade!
A thrilling performance.
Now you see what I can on the ground.
Flaming meteor!
Ready to go. Face you in a bind.
Gemini Ultra!
Resonate with the earth.
This one's mine! Take this! I'm gone!
Over?
Come on! You have to hold on! Art Hunter coming through! Tiger Blade! Not on my watch!
No further.
Look sharp! You won't get away with that! That's it! Tiger Blade! New lease on life! Going in! Here!
Out of the woods.
Tiger Blade!
It looks like we made a mess!
Ready and ready!
Try harder!
Watch and bleed! All healed!
That move!
Here comes the big one!
Couldn't make it in time. Beckoned into everlasting darkness.
Negative gate. I'm ready.
Lock! Get toasty!
First strike.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
There are still so many creatures we don't know about.
Have you been writing stuff down about what we fight?
Yep. It's actually pretty fun to observe them from afar.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
That Zoogel's in our way.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Simian pests. I shall steal you where you stand.
Go for the weak point! One more! Mega Ray!
Take this!
Piercing! Denied!
I'll grind you into dust!
On guard! Here!
Rotating pile driver!
Mega Ray!
Too fast! Stand back! I'll slip it up!
One more!
Not today!
Tiger Blade! Radiant!
Anything in armor is all mine!
On guard!
Can you take it? I can carve through armor!
Let's keep up the pressure! Radiant! Here, let me help!
Sword Rain Alpha!
That's it! Tiger Blade!
Try harder!
Go! You're mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Time to shine! This one's mine! This one's mine! Take air pressure! I never miss! This one's mine! Tiger Blade! Don't mind if I do! Evil!
Try harder! Sword Rain Alpha!
I will! Flare tornado!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll heal you all! Piercing roar! Healing circle!
Take this!
Look sharp! Look sharp!
Take this!
That's it!
Not
Tiger
today!
Blade! Downfall!
Begin!
Far enough!
I can
Annihilation!
carve through armor!
This one's mine! Here!
Let's really
Tiger Blade! I'll heal you all! Look sharp! Healing circle! Tiger Blade!
Did you just hear me?
Yes. I need you, remember?
Right.
Here, let me help! All right! Art expert coming through! Look sharp! Here! Going in! I'm out! One more!
Lunar Rondo!
First aid!
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Annihilation! Where are you going?
Benediction light.
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Ready and ready!
Not today!
On guard!
I can carve through armor!
Don't mind if I do! Here's a healing art!
In a bind?
Look sharp! Take this! Tiger Blade!
Elusive deity!
Radiant! Do
Rotating
it!
pile driver!
Kisara!
Commander of heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Here, let me help! Look sharp!
Crazy help!
Going in! Far enough! Reload! This one's mine! Flame of Fury! This one's mine! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Look sharp!
Lunar Rondo!
Reload! Tiger Blade!
Thank you! Rotating pile! Watch yourself!
Look sharp!
Incredible power!
It's over! Radiant here! Here's a healing art!
Burn!
First aid!
Okay, here I go.
I'll throw you into dust! Ready and raring!
It's too much!
I'll heal you all!
Lunar Rondo!
I never miss! Heart sealed! Will this help? Flaming meteor! Healing circle!
Try harder! Thanks!
Here I go! I'm flaming meteor! Here I go! I'm only getting started! Sharp!
Take this!
This one's mine! This one's mine!
Can you take it?
Piercing your dreams! It's over! Flaming meteor! Glacial spear! Here's the evil! On guard! I can handle it! Denied!
Anything in
Glacial
armor is
spear!
all mine!
Here's the evil! Look
This
sharp!
one's all mine!
Freeze laser!
Begin! Benediction light.
Look sharp!
Heal!
Look
Sword
sharp!
Rain Alpha!
Look sharp! I'm only getting started! Going in!
The enemy's on the ropes!
We've got him where we want him.
It's time to end this battle!
Freeze laser! This one's mine!
Mirage!
Tiger
Watch
Blade!
yourself!
Reload!
Has incredible power!
Going in!
I have no limits!
Mega Ray! Here goes! By the power of water! Constantine! Back into the fray! Here's a healing art! First aid!
Anything in armor is all mine!
One more!
I can carve through armor!
Tiger Blade! By the power of water! Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning strike!
Benediction light.
Heal!
Don't suffer in silence. Going in. That's it. By the power of the blade.
Can you take it? Crush!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
This one's
Sword
ready
Rain
to go.
Alpha!
Glacial
Pierce evil!
Swallow Blade! Try harder!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
I owe you one for that. Look sharp. One more. Tiger blade. Look sharp.
First aid!
Death shall not be forgotten.
This one's mine.
Not on my watch!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Here's a healing arc!
Save you. This one's mine.
First aid!
Okay, take, here I go!
Tiger blade.
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
How much longer will our healing arts last?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
I think I'll read my book a little more.
Good night, everyone. I think we've rested. Long enough. Let's keep moving.
Good.
Really now. Looks like we made it here in one piece. Okay.
Seriously?
Well,
What the? Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
No armor can stop me!
remind me to stay on your good side.
You picked the wrong fight!
On guard! This one's mine! Did you see this coming? Reload! On guard! I'm ready! Tiger forward up! This one's mine!
Armor won't save you! Into everlasting.
Healing! I never miss!
Piercing roar!
Resonate
with the earth!
On guard!
The last line!
On guard! One more!
Down!
You're on!
A new melody! I'll grind you into dust! Can't get out of this!
On guard! Radiant
Come on! Lunarongo!
Time to shine! By the power of water!
Anything in order is all mine!
A thrilling performance.
Bird!
This
Lunarongo!
one's mine! Back into the fray!
Can you take it? Armor won't save you! Stand from the wind!
Scream pain and blood.
Rending you a bloody Lunarongo!
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Go
I'll
in!
grind you into dust!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Piercing roar! Here's a healing art! Confiscated!
Lunarongo! Stand from the wind!
This one's mine!
Their arcs were interrupted.
I never miss! I'm ready!
Shield and
Annihilation! Light catapult! Downfall!
Lunarongo!
It's weakened!
Gathering roar!
This ends
No further! Lunarongo!
Far enough!
Wow, I'm impressed.
You picked the wrong fight!
Going in! Into the fray!
Lunarongo!
Annihilation!
Save you!
Searing flame! Reload! Radiant fire! Let's keep up the pace! Here's a healing art! First aid!
I'll stop its charge!
Thank you, Sarah.
Back into the fray!
Here, Thara! Now where was I?
By the power of water! Art shield!
Scream bathed in blood! Rending you apart!
Here goes! Freeze Lancer! This one's mine!
Shield and face!
Lightning! Downfall! Radiant pierce!
Ready and ready!
Rotating pile driver.
This one's
I'll
mine.
smash you.
Alright.
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
I'm ready.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Here, this one's mine.
Rending you apart. Bloody howling.
Denied.
Ignite!
Can you take it? In a bind?
This one's mine. Going in.
That move!
Arch field.
Here comes the big one!
Going in.
Lunar Rondo!
Searing flame. Reload. On guard. Out of ammo. Not on my watch.
It's go time!
By the power of water.
Armor won't save you!
Annihilation.
Into everlasting darkness. Negative gate. Another incantation ruined.
Lunar Rondo!
Piercing roar! Oh, thank you.
Searing flame. What's going in? Mine. Searing flame. Reload.
Look sharp. Our arts are being interrupted.
Searing flame. Reload. I never miss. Going in.
You picked the wrong fight!
I'll heal you all.
Thunder touch!
Healing
Solar
circle.
blade! In a bind?
Thanks, Shion.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Now you see what I can do. So now you're getting serious? Denied!
Searing flame. Hear me. Going in.
Bad.
Wits about you, people.
Try harder!
Negative shield.
Radiant pierce.
This one's all mine!
This one's mine.
Burn in hell!
Going in.
Begin. One more.
Tiger blade.
Blind you into dust.
Lunar Rondo!
Radiant flush.
On your knees. Ready and
Going
go.
in.
I can carve through armor.
Into the
On guard. Air pressure.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Focus. It'll be time to congratulate you later.
Nothing much I can say to that.
Here goes. Radiant pierce. I never miss.
Wide open!
It won't escape me.
Annihilation.
Can't get out of this.
Radiant flush. Confiscated.
Lunar Rondo!
Outright us.
Wasn't weak. Annihilation. Mega ray. On guard. By the power of water.
Showtime!
They cleared the healing arm for me.
Can you take it? Power surges through me.
Eat dirt!
Going in.
Armor won't save you.
Blood.
Rending you apart.
Tiger blade.
On your knees.
Mega
Lunar
ray.
Rondo!
Annihilation. Mega ray.
Make it rain.
Benediction light.
Rimbo!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
I should be of some use to us now.
You weren't exactly dead weight before.
Except in regard to doing basic chores.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
Okay. Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Oh, yeah, here we go. And we're not done with the side quests.
Aww.
Sure wish there's more to go around.
Oh yeah?
We're talking about rations. We've always running short on them. It's never enough to be comfortable. We could really do some rice, potatoes, and beef, and some spices in particular.
How's this?
If that's what you need, we have some right here. Is that enough? Why is that generous thing to do? Yes, they give you a hell of a lot. I don't have much else to procure. I'm not choosing my thing. This is the recipe for life. Curry recipe. Curry brew made from various spices poured top of rice. Strong, spicy aroma and flavor made with rice made that much more.
Great!
Ooh, this is delicious.
Yes.
Yes. Can't wait to try it. It's not how it fits either.
Hey,
Sarah, let's do this.
Hmm?
Wow, you're actually into making food now? I just seen it.
ah,
What's the matter here? I just had to concern someone in this place for playing on my cooking earlier.
Good.
I love the teacher. But my training is gonna be easy. Are you ready?
really?
Is that serious? Sure, I guess. Let me know what you think. Captain, you won't tell anyone else I asked for this, okay? I live to see it. But in return, you have to call me Captain while we're training. Deal?
What?
What? Hey, Captain. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Captain.
All right.
Now we can begin your training.
Right.
You have some freshly caught fish there. Perfect. We'll use that as one.
Really?
But it was called for fish.
What?
Trying to jump back to your superior. No, ma'am. You have to say yes, Captain.
Huh?
All right.
Yes.
Over there.
Huh? Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure, as long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
No, you weren't. Stop lying. Alright, what do we have? We actually got some money to look at now. We're definitely need swaggle gels. Still hate there's only 15. Literally makes wearing sense as shapes presents for a veteran. Okay. What are those things that's like? Let me go back to this.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
Be better at Darkwing Dog. Just saying. Okay. Yeah. What are you doing? Ow.
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
I go to the bathroom.
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Hey, but I'm gonna be getting old. Shit, I'm not going to say that right.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
That's all.
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Valley of the Forest, Mahag, Saar. Oh, okay.
Ah! Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hoodle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey! Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes!
Oh, look at little dick. Smells just as divine, too. That's how it tastes. Please puke it out.
What?
Whoa, this is... Oh, God, explicitly bad. That is all, yes.
What?
Really? I found a mission to the so-called vitamin smoothie. Vitamin smoothie, really? Take the very yourself and tell me you're still covering your cock in here. They said it was somebody pukes. Somebody puking. Yeah.
I don't believe this!
I just...
All right?
Wait a sec. I see a small Oreo fixed to the bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made entirely from veggies are recommended from Spanish dieters only. Then you should add fruit juice for flavor.
No.
Did you guys know the lettuce? Even though I actually prepared apples and lettuce as well.
Sure.
Oh, come on. Who's got another stupid warning thing left hanging?
Really now?
Lunch, Aaron. We'll just have to have fruit and let's go.
Yes!
Oh my God, we had to do this twice, really?
What?
There, let's speak on this.
What?
So don't sound out small that confused. This really the best recipe that Mahag Saar has to offer. Whenever I heard about this, it made me think of when I saw Minnesota. The combination of freezing vegetables and running them diamonds and bread until they get together. Thought the recipe might have so charming.
Very nice.
Nothing else. It's the most healthy recipe you're sure to find out.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm sure to drink this so as to ensure the precious harmony lives on, even within the confines of my stomach.
Yes!
Now that was satisfying enough for the time being. Well, for now, leave this round with no regrets. How about leaving in search of different better cuisine? Farewell, my culinary comrades. Yeah, I could one more last before I leave.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I think Hoodle senses something.
No choice.
Going in!
Slash!
Radiant, this one's mine!
Slash! I'll take you all on!
Arch shield! These ones can run rings around us.
Here with the mark!
Bathed in blood. Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's see more do it! Going in!
A debut performance.
Where are you going?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Piercing roll! I'm
Sword Rain Alpha!
Frozen?
Hammer! Look sharp!
I'll face you! You're on!
It's over!
Swallow Blade!
What is weak?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Far enough!
Radiant
You're
pierce!
on! Swallow Blade!
Into the
Swing it!
shadow!
Burn!
Lightning! Here!
Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine! Do it! Look! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Maybe something's going on in the forest. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Why didn't the Renans...
Coming through.
This one's mine!
No further.
Flaming meteor!
Damn it!
Not on my watch!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Switch to offense!
Swallow Blade! Slice! Swallow Blade!
Reload!
Slice!
Too shy to come over?
Lunar Rondo!
Rotating pile driver!
Destruction!
Annihilation!
Look sharp!
I'm ready!
Lunar Rondo!
Pile driver.
Rising
Look
Star!
sharp!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummeling
This
to me.
one's mine!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Could have been worse. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
You picked the wrong fight!
Negative gate! Far enough! On your knees. Where are you going? On guard! Hear me! Flame of Tiger Blade! Ready and ready! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Got flyers!
Do it! I got this! Let him mark! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Go ahead!
Can't get out of this!
Something you wanted to say?
Do it! Look sharp!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Striker!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
I won't forgive you! Going in! Going in! One more! Tiger Blade! Mega Ray!
Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
One's mine!
Slash! Swallow blade! This one's all mine!
Armor won't save you! Shield and me!
Burn!
Not so fast! Tempest!
Rising
It's
Fusion!
in the sky! Let's keep up the pressure!
Let loose! Lunarongo!
Begin!
Look sharp!
Grind you into dust!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Annihilation! Switch to hybrid! I never miss!
Elusive deity!
Look far enough!
Rotating
Switch
power!
to offense! Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Benediction light.
Look sharp!
Lunarongo! Now I can let loose!
Lunarongo! Take that! Tiger Blade!
Can't get out of this!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare to Malicer!
Shattering of pieces! Attack!
This one's
Sword
mine!
Lane Alpha!
Tiger Blade!
It's on! Lunarongo!
Flaming Meteor!
Dream bathed in blood. Rend you apart!
Burn in hell!
Bloody
Fire of water!
the everlasting dark.
Lunarongo!
Negative gate!
You're mine! This one's mine!
Resonate with the earth!
I can charge through armor!
Easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it!
Healing circle!
From
Okay,
beyond,
here I go.
imbue this vanquished soul with love.
I have no limits! Sword Lane Alpha!
Getting started!
Swallow blade!
This one's mine!
Heal!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Glacial Spear.
Engulfs you!
An astral
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I never miss!
Lunarongo!
Flaming Meteor!
It's on! Burn in hell!
Flame of Fury!
This one's mine!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Here's the eagle!
Well, let's get back into it!
Reviper!
Far enough!
Searing flame! Reload!
Going in! Take this! Tiger Blade!
I'll smash you! On your knees.
Healing circle!
I couldn't make it in time.
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitation! Go!
This one's mine!
Death bomb!
Benediction light.
Look sharp! It's time to finish this! Die!
Consuming wildfire!
Glacial Spear.
Pierce evil! Freeze lancer!
Look sharp!
Will this help?
Scream.
What's in the sky
pay
is
for that.
mine! Where are you going?
Your helping me has become a task.
It's for the good of all of us.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
Not now. Let's go now.
wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this? Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Alright, let's just do one fishing thing just for the hell of it. I gotta actually remember how to do this.
I've got something.
There we got one. Yay.
Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Kinda was. Kinda hoping we did something else.
Ha!
Small one. Just hard to this time.
There we go.
There's another bass, probably is, isn't it?
Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
Catfish. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Alright, I got another one. Okay, let's go ahead and rest. And you know what? I think I'm going to call it here, guys. Let's make sure there's one last thing to do. Alright, good action with everything here. There's some there.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances, and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Sorry, I only might prefer
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Yes.
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Good night. I want to go back to bed.